I believe you've achieved quite a lot in your career. You're currently the councillor, one of the councillors here in Luton. You are now the chair of London Luton Airport. Did you ever think, years back, that you will find yourself in this position, given that you're a woman and being the first female to hold this position in all the major airports? I mean, when you look across the major airports in the UK, I believe you're the only female. I mean, did you ever think that this was possible?
Well, first thing is, I always believe about playing to my strengths, and one of the things I'm very passionate about is being a community activist. I've been a community activist since the age of 9, and the skills and the experiences that I've acquired over the years basically, shaped where I am today. And that is one of the reasons why I decided to become a councillor, to basically be a voice for the local communities in the ward, which is South Ward, where I'm a councillor, as well as help those individuals who need help and support, and be a voice for my local residents. And I believe in giving back to the local communities, similar to our airport. And being a steward of our airport is something that's quite significant in itself. I mean, if we talk about our airport, and what I was saying earlier on, I mean, there is so much more to flying planes. It's those human, transformations, those positive human transformations that we can make, those impacts, those stories that we have a positive impact over. I mean, that's what makes our airport so unique. So in a way, I'm actually one of those stories of our airport, how it's transformed my personal life. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever be chair of an airport board. I was, vice chair when I got elected in 2019, served alongside Councillor Andy Malcolm, who was the chair, who was an absolutely brilliant chair. But I think we had to do a bit of restructuring of how the board was structured and organised, because obviously of a conflict of interest. I mean, you couldn't have, it's always traditionally, the chair of the airport board has always been the finance portfolio holder for Luton Council, but obviously because of a conflict of interest that was no longer possible. I mean, now this is where it's really, really important for women to support each other and to nurture and help each other to develop their potentials. And I really hope that there's young girls out there, there are women out there in our local communities who take inspiration from my story and take an active involvement, not only in community affairs, but also, in basically in the aviation sector, in studying and pursuing that in college, at university, actively seeking employment up at the airport, taking skills training, and taking on those highly important roles, especially as senior management, and being there to support one another. Because one thing I'm very passionate about, and what I've championed since the age of 9, is actually women's empowerment and supporting women to achieve their potential. And I really do hope, that women do take, and girls take inspiration from my story. And that's all possible because of our airport. And, if there is a story of our airport, and I am that story, I'm one of those human stories. And, and there are countless other stories in our local communities where our airport has played such a significant role in transforming the quality of lives of individuals, for being there for our residents when we've needed them, when they needed us, being there for the vulnerable in our society, for our elderly, our homeless, our children that have suffered from poverty, through our excellent partners and charities and the voluntary sectors which we support, to be able to ensure that we're able to impact their lives and ensure that the quality of their lives improves. So it's a huge honour, and I'm absolutely grateful that I was given this opportunity. And I do pinch myself sometimes as well that I'm in this position, but it's all been made possible, firstly through the prayers of my parents, and second of all through a leader of a council who is a feminist and who believes in encouraging and driving young people. And I really hope that young people see my potential, and obviously use that as a means to motivate themselves as well.